even more muscular. So I start off with front squats. I recommend that when you do front squats that you have a person spotting you, or you have the barbell to where when you squat, if you end up squatting something too heavy, that when it drops, it doesn't hurt you or anything. And in this video, it does start to get a little heavy, and you will see that about, let's see, around here or so, I can't get back up. So, anywho, what I do is I have to take the weights off. Just remember that when you are squatting, to keep your back straight, so that you have proper form, the belt really helped me because sometimes my back really isn't that straight, and it helps me squat a little bit heavier than what I think that I'm able to most of the time. So from here, I'm just going to put the rack or the barbell back up because it was just too heavy. And we're gonna redo this, okay? All right, so here we go again. I definitely believe that for me, I'm bulking right now. And honestly, a lot of articles online say that you need to lift very heavy when you're bulking, but that's not necessarily true. As long as you're going to your maximum level and you're doing as many reps as possible until it hurts, that is just as good. So honestly, I could do 245s on each side and just keep going until I can't squat anymore, and that would be just as good. But I do want to see how strong I can get and how much heavier I can lift, so I'm gonna go for a little bit added extra weights. Calf raises are important. It is important to build your calves. And honestly, when I started this fitness journey, I wasn't really worried about my calves, but then I would take photos seeing the results that I was getting month to month, and I was noticing that my calves were looking a little bit small and skinny. And it wasn't that it was so small, it was more so that it wasn't proportionate, and it just looked a little bit off. And so from then I was like, oh no, girl, you need to do calf raises as much as you can. So honestly, I try to do calf raises after or in between every workout. So whether that is a leg day or a arm day, I'm going to get into some calf raises. Typically, I try to go for nice control and slowed calf raises. On this one, I believe I have 245s, and I'm trying to do 3 sets of 15. I think that I kind of was doing around 3 sets of 12 to 3 sets of 15 because I was getting tired, which is okay as long as I'm getting a burnout, which I love. So this one is my final set. And as you can see, when it gets a little harder, I hold on to the handles just because I'm just trying to keep up with it, and it helps a lot. So just finish that through and get that burnout. So these are leg extensions. These are my favorite to build quads. I love that you can just increase the weights, and not only can you increase the weights, you can work on single leg extensions, which I'm going to do in a couple seconds or so. I've noticed that when I have had my a body scanner done, trying to see how much muscle is in each leg, sometimes my right leg is a little bit stronger than my left leg. And for me, doing exercises that work singularly on one leg helps a lot to minimize the difference between muscle mass in each leg. So I would recommend that when you do leg extensions, always do single leg extensions in between those, and just do it as a superset. You don't have to do that many. For me, I believe that I try to do about 4 sets of 8 because I was trying to go heavy. And then when it comes to the single leg, I try to go from anywhere from 4 sets of 5 to 4 sets of 8. And usually I can get up and around there, but it does get a little harder as it gets towards the end. But, you know, just do as much as you can, get that burnout. This, for me, is bulking season. I don't know what it is for you, but for me, honestly, even when I was cutting, I was doing the same exercises. It was just a different amount of weights that I was doing and the reps. That was the only difference. But as far as the exercises go, I'm doing the same exercises I was doing when I was trying to cut. Yay, here we have some simple lunges. I'm doing it with dumbbells. You can do it with a barbell. I like the dumbbells. I have learned that you can't get the dumbbells too heavy because then it gives a lot of stress in your arms. And one time I did it really heavy, and I really wasn't even getting the workout in my legs. I was getting it way more in my arms, and my arms were so sore, and it was just like I wasn't even trying to work out my arms. I was trying to work out my quads and my lower body. So just do as many as you like. I do about 4 rounds depending on how long of a distance I'm walking, and as you can see in here, it's kind of short. If it was longer, I would probably have done 3 sets, but since it was short, I did 4. And it's just a nice little exercise to do that helps your quads. I know a lot of people sometimes don't want to do squats, like back squats or even front squats, and you can do lunges instead because it still works the same muscle group. So that's really important if you're trying to build your quads, which obviously if you are watching this video, that is something you are into doing. So let's get it. Oh, and here we have the monster. I don't know exactly what this exercise is called, but I am on 2 big dumbbells. These are like 65 pounds that I'm standing on, and then I have 245s. And I'm just squatting with the 245s in between my legs and going down. And this one was pretty hard because you're trying to be stable, and it is a little bit dangerous. So you got to be really careful. I recommend that you can do it on like a platform instead of dumbbells, just because you're better balanced and you don't want to fall, because that would really hurt yourself if you did fall. So I did 4 sets of 8 to 10 on these. These ones really got me going because I could feel it in like my whole body. Honestly, this was like a full body. So this was the final exercise that I did of this workout. I used the TRX to do single leg lunges with 1 leg in the air. And this is more of a full body just because you have your upper body pulling you up and then the lower body doing the lunge. And I did around 3 sets of 12 to 15 for this exercise. I would recommend doing it slowly just so that you can completely feel it all through your body. And it's just a nice exercise to do at the end of a quad workout, so you just completely maximize muscle gains. And yeah, if you want to do 4 rounds, I think that is a-okay. But just because it's just your body weight, I think that 12 to 15 is a good range versus like 4 sets of 8 or something.